Welcome to another exciting episode of the Frugal Motherclucker. I am your host, your loyal Frugal Motherclucker. Welcome to the Frugal Motherclucker podcast, where we talk about all things frugal. We talk about the best deals on the planet. We talk about how we can make your life better by finding the best deals possible and living your frugal dreams vicariously through me, yours truly. We have a very special guest. This is none other. She's world famous, world renowned in very special circles. She is April the Genie. April, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
April, you're in Tennessee, right?
Correct.
Awesome. So just before we get into the
Oh yeah,
amazing
trying to get
products
the
that
lighting
you
over.
have that we're going to be featuring here on the Frugal Mother Clucker podcast, just tell us a little bit about yourself. Like April the Genie, that sounds like a very powerful messaging strategy. How did you come up with that?
So genies grant wishes, and the way I work is I will dive into, look at a person in all the aspects of their life, mind, body, spirit, and then dive into the root of why the person is unable to manifest, what it is they're looking to do. And like a genie, at the end of that process, you get your wish granted.
Wow, that is amazing. A genie that grants wishes. Wow, I thought that was only like in the Alladin story and the magic lamp and all that. Like, and that genie was blue. You're clearly not blue, so that's awesome. I guess I guess I'm wearing blue. I mean, bluish.
Yeah,
So yeah,
rocking
awesome.
the purple.
Awesome. So that is, yeah, that is exciting. So you're the genie, modern day genie that grants wishes. And I hear you have a long, very select clientele of people that are, this is what I hear people. This is just me kind of like, this is what I heard about. I spoke to a client and one of our clients, and the client said, listen, brother, if you want fast results, if you're impatient like me, and if you want results like yesterday, you need to speak to April because she will help you manifest those results fast, faster than you thought possible. And is it frugal? Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But the point is that if you don't have to wait 10 years, 5 years, 5 months, and you get the result in 5 days or 5 weeks, that is like super fast compared to spinning your wheels, wasting your time, right? And if you can get the
Exactly.
result, paying whatever you pay, in the grand scheme of things, it's frugal because you've saved time, saved your effort, saved your energy, saved money in the long run. You've saved. And if you can leapfrog forward faster than you thought possible, you're being frugal with your time and you're just moving forward, right? So that's the whole
Correct.
point of this podcast is finding fast, frugal ways, deals, bargains on how you can realize your dreams. So that's what we're here to talk about. So April was kind enough to send me a variety, a sampler of her amazing creations that I've been using for the last month or so. I have a few of them with me, which we'll be going over momentarily. And essentially, April, the way that we'll be doing this, just to make it easy for our audience here, just kind of tell me sort of like what am I holding, what's in it, what is it meant for kind of thing, and then of course the prices of these are all listed on April's website. The link will be in the description, so don't worry about that. And just bear in mind that all these products have been blessed. They've got a lot of mojo in them. Magic is real. Like, hello, we're talking to a freaking genie, right? So April is a genie. Yes, you might be chuckling, sniggering, giggling, whatever that expression is on your face, but this is the real deal. She is a genie that grants wishes that comes true faster than you thought possible. And we'll be getting into some of her amazing case studies momentarily. In fact, you know what? There's no time like the present, right? April, what
Right.
can you tell them about, how you helped a client manifest a car just like that?
Yeah. So I had a client who they just finished off paying their car, right? And driving down the road and their engine basically got caught on fire right in the middle of the highway. And so it's kind of a hard place to be in because you just paid your car. You're not looking to get into another car payment. You're not, financially, you're looking to save money, right? And this person was just really upfront. They said, like, I don't have a down payment. My credit is mediocre, and I've got to work tonight, and I don't have a vehicle. And they were at the place where they were like, okay, let's try it, because they had apparently tried several options and it didn't work. And I was like, okay, well, let's get specific with what you want. And they were like, well, I just need a new car. I'm like, yeah, but what kind of car do you want? What color do you want it? And I worked with the client to get specific so that your manifestations will come through properly, right? And then it took about 4 hours and they got everything but the sunroof,
Wow. So just to
for,
kind of make this real for people, there was a client, his car was broken, steam coming out of the sides of the engine. It was like done, right? It
yep,
wasn't going to move
done.
an inch. Only thing possible next was getting it towed, which obviously is
Yep,
pretty expensive these days. And then there was like on the fast dial, you can either dial 911 or in this case, he dialed April, the genie, who appeared in some time, however long it took for her to realize, where he was. Sure enough, so then she arrived, appeared at that location and asked, like, hey, what do you want? And he said, hey, look at this. I've got this dud here. I need a car. And then you kind of did your thing. And then he went to the dealership and got a car, that same day or the next day or
yep. It was the same day. Yeah, they got a dealership to tow his car, and then they actually gave him an offer for the car because they needed it for parts. Right? A good place to be in, right? Especially when the engine won't turn on because the engine's toast, right? That's the main part of the car. And then use that as they were able to put that as part of a down payment for a vehicle, and they were able to get the payment to where it's not going to break their bank. So they got a lot. It was within 90 some percent of what we had manifested, and the got them to partner with me on it. Like, it's not just me doing all the work. Okay, I'm gonna have you partner with me too, and walk you
that's
through that
amazing. So it's
process.
like one of those car commercials you see on TV, right? Bad credit, no problem. No cash, no problem. Whatever, no problem. But
Yeah.
forget about all that. You got the genie, the real deal here, who's gonna like make stuff happen for you. Okay. So anyway, that this wasn't intended to be like some genie commercial or something, which I kind of it turned out to be. But anyway, but people, if you're watching, giggling, sniggling, whatever the hell you're doing, this is the real deal. April is the real deal. Okay. If you have issues, troubles, whatever, she can like abracadabra, that stuff will
Hmm.
okay. Anyway, so now we're getting into why we're all here. So these are like magical products that she creates. There are many products she creates. Right now, we're just going to talk about one section of her product line, which is the soaps. So the name of her company is Soulbrush Awakening. The so like quickly, Soulbrush. Why Soulbrush Awakening?
Because I work with the soul. And I also am very artistic and have been, since my youth, have a keen interest in art also. And the two just kind of merge together. So not only am I helping you recreate and paint your soul, whatever color you want it to be, um, you know, and I put my artistic ability in the soaps. I put them, in a lot of the products
Got it.
that I make. So it's about
Awesome.
creativity,
That's amazing.
which
I love
is a key
it.
to manifestation.
That's right. You got to be creative, right? Because
Hmm.
the client who had a broken down car was creative enough to think about, hey, I'd love to be in a better car. And sure enough, that's
Right.
what happened. But
Yeah.
yeah, it started with a thought, and you got to be creative in your thinking. If you're not creative,
Yes.
you're just going to lead a very boring life. Okay. Anyway, no negativity, no negativity, all about positivity here. Okay. So, April, this is this beautiful aqua blue kind of soap that I'm holding. Smells really good. Smells like eucalyptus, mint, and like it smell. I think I'm smelling orange oil, orange blossom. Smells really good. So, like, tell us what's in this.
So this is a clear glycerin soap. It has a coconut, organic coconut base oil. Also has intention oils to help manifest. I call it Bling. So this is designed to help not only increase your finances at its core, but also to help create that look you're going for. Let's say, you've got a social page, it's, doing mediocre. Wash with this for a bit, visualize yourself being blinged out, whatever that looks like to you in your head as you're washing with the soap, and see the magic work. Yeah.
Nice. Nice. So that means while you're using this, you got to like visualize whatever outcome you want. That's part of it.
Yes. Yeah. So it's designed to create an experience for you in the shower to help you get in the proper headspace to manifest. And it's cleansing because if you're not, cleansed properly on a physical, spiritual, mind, body, spirit level, you're still gonna struggle to manifest things. So it's a two-part type of soap. It cleanses you, mind, body, spirit, and it also helps you get in the right headspace to manifest what you're looking for.
And like, does the soap have a name? The blue soap?
This one's Bling.
Bling. Okay, got it. Bling. Yeah, you did
Yeah,
say that. Yeah.
yeah.
Awesome.
And
Nice.
the keynote is ginger on there, but I've got orange and got some blue smell. Yeah, put like cedar, sage, rue. That's huge for like money luck. So it does have some traditional herbs that people are used to seeing with intention soaps, and I do the oils. Now, occasionally, I will put the herb in the soap, and I usually put that on the description. Um,
Nice.
yeah,
That's amazing. Awesome. So what is this? This is like a green kind of soap here. I guess I'll have
yeah,
to take it out of the packaging. It's the this looks like I guess a leaf green kind of soap. I think it has these are like I think these are smaller versions of the same soap, right?
yeah. This one's I'm holding up the large size. Those are the smaller sizes. They do come in different sizes, depending on what a person wants there. But this has tiger's eye. In fact, I forgot to mention that all the soaps have crystals embedded in them. Then, as you wash, you can keep those and put them in your money bowl or put them on your, mantle or whatever you want to do with those. And he's got the square version. I can do them in a square and do them in the circle, whatever, floats your boat there. And then some of the soaps I do put actual fruit. This one's got lime actually in it. The sample, the smaller ones probably will not have the lime in it, but the bigger ones do. They actually have the fruit on one side to kind of exfoliate. And then tiger's eyes built into this one to help manifest money. So this one's your money bag soap. So this one has a lot of intent towards manifesting money, overcoming obstacles that's blocking your money. And, as I was making those soaps, I was totally putting myself inside what that looks like. So it's got some serious firepower on it.
Nice. That's amazing. And then there's this like brownish color soap. This was I think a longer version of it. I think this is what it looks like in the packaging. Kind of looks like this, like the
Yeah,
larger
you've got
brick.
the
Yeah. So
that one is Peaceful Journey
oh,
is the name of that soap. And it's that one's designed to, like, you may be in a home environment that's not like, maybe you've got roommates, maybe you're with people, and sometimes that can be chaotic. That's kind of like your siesta in the shower. It's designed to help generate peace. It's designed to help relax you so you can sleep. I do put a oil that will help you dream. It's got blue lotus flower in it. So it will increase your dream life. If that's something, your psychic abilities, your dreams, if you're looking to unblock that soap will also do that. So that one's like a two-part soap. It'll relax you and it'll also, open up your third eye just a bit there.
nice. So this is like the relaxation. Okay, so just to summarize, this brownish soap. This is the relaxation soap. If
Yeah.
you have like a stressful environment at home, at work, wherever, this will relax you up, right?
Yes.
This is the
Correct.
relaxation soap. It's kind of like brownish. Then there's the green soap, which is money, 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 money. So this is the money soap, right?
Bling. Yeah. The money bags. Yeah.
Money bags. Okay. So if you want money, you want more money? Well, this is the soap you want, okay? More money soap, okay? And what do you call this? Money bag.
The green, the olive green is like a money bags,
Yeah, olive green. Yeah,
like a
bags.
like a
Okay.
dollar bill. I was thinking about dollar bills, so it ended up looking the color of a dollar bill.
Nice. No, I love it. I
Yeah.
love it. And then of course this is bling, right?
hmm This
Nice.
one's has a money centric, but it's also helped design. Like sometimes you may struggle to be in a crowd of people, right? Well, maybe that's critical for your job. Maybe you're in sales, and if you don't have a good public presence, if you don't have that bling factor, that charisma factor, sometimes that can affect your sales. It can affect your socials if you're trying to do content. And guess what this soap does? It's designed, people will just be drawn to you. That's what it's designed to do. Plus, that opens up financial doors. So it's kind of a win-win. That's this very
Nice.
popular soap. Yeah.
That's amazing. Okay, and what is this? This is like a yellow soap that has the front part of it is filled with crystals. So which crystals are these to begin with? And I'll try to
Though
put it
that is
closer to the camera.
citrine. So one side is has the citrine crystals to kind of exfoliate. The other side is smooth, and it's this one is special. This one is designed for people that I don't know if you've ever heard of people that struggle with, eczema and things like that. So it's got the turmeric oil in it to help people that struggle with, facial blemishes, scars, eczema, itchy skin. If you feel like people are sending negative mojo to you, to maybe somebody just wanted to be petty and give you pimples for a week, like you this is designed to remove beauty magic, or what they call beauty magic, where they try to send you pimples knowing you're going to take pictures in 2 days, that kind of thing.
So is
um
this
uh,
the
it,
same soap? The one in
yeah,
the circles?
yeah, so this one's the square version, but it comes in the circle. Now, the color of yellow will vary because I make them myself, right? But the ingredients are the same. It's got very strong orange. I put a lot of citrus smell to this. It has 3 or 4 different kinds of oils. It's got olive oil, almond oil, turmeric oil, and a bunch of, conjure oils to help eliminate beauty magic, or, people that try to send you negative mojo. It also helps physically. Like I've dealt with a lot of weird skin issues just naturally. It's been fantastic to eliminate scars, and it won't leave you dried out. So the biggest issue I see with a lot of soaps, they look super cute in the packaging, but they will dry you, like it feels like alligator skin when you're done washing with it. You won't feel that with these because I've test drove them all myself, and I've got very sensitive skin. A smell will set my skin off. So this stuff has been test drove by me.
Nice. So the yellow is what is the soap called?
This one's called Happiness because
Happiness.
the vibe that I put into it, the manifestation I put into it, I tried to visualize the happiest I could crank out making the soap. So when you're washing with it, you're going to get that download of just happiness.
Okay,
You feel that, you know, just the vibe of being happy, joy.
nice. And what about this? This is like an orange soap that looks like an orange. It's got like a freaking orange inside it as
Yeah,
well.
that's the larger version of the turmeric. Yeah, the
So
happiness soap.
wait,
Yeah.
but this is orange though, and this was yellow.
Yeah, so that's why I said depending on the turmeric oil, it's you got to kind of know what you're doing with it, but the color can change depending on the batch. So just to FYI, some
You're
of them
saying
will
that
look
this is
more,
happiness as well?
yeah, they're both have the exact same ingredients, but
Oh,
depending on, the turmeric factor, It may end up looking a little more orange. It may end up looking a little more yellow because that, it's an oil you're putting into the soap. So it's same soap.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So this is like the happiness soap. Okay,
Yeah.
nice. And
And
then
the larger the soap, the color changes too. So you've got to put more ingredients in the bigger bars. So
okay,
it does look a slightly different color than the smaller ones.
okay, and then what is this? This is like looks like salt.
Yeah, so that's a bath salt. So bath salts are really good for eliminating negativity that we pick up during the day.
That's
The
nice.
fear-based energies, negativity that you absorb with your job. I put the oils, I put herbs into the bath salt. I mix several types of salt. It got Epsom salt, Himalayan pink salt, aquarium salt, sea salt. So it's got a bunch of salts mixed in it with oils and fragrance to help relax you. It's going to help cleanse your mind, body, spirit, and it's just going to create that experience for you in the tub so that um, you've got your cleansing experience there
So
for
that means you
people
got to
that
put
like to bathe.
this in, you got to run a bath, you got to put this in the bath, like all of it or some of it, or what's the,
Um, that the smaller one, like I've actually got the larger version that I actually put into a soak. I like to put them both together. Like, so this is the Ghost Chaser soak, and then you've got the Ghost Chaser salt. So you're going to put half of this is very, very strong. It looks like a cup of tea, which is technically it's a bath tea is what they call it. And then you're going to put half of this and then that whole container of salt, and you've got
oh, so
a
this entire thing I got to put?
I, yeah, that's how I do it, but I like a really strong bath. So that's going to be totally dependent on the person. You may want to start with half just to see, you know, how fast do you want to cleanse because this stuff is fire. Um it's got the ghost chaser. There's an herb called ghost chaser for you metaphysical folks. If you know, you know. Um, if you know your herbs, it's very strong. It's in the bitter herb family. So just, manifestation 101, bitter herbs are designed to cleanse and clear, and sweet herbs are designed to attract. It's a hot tip. So
Awesome.
if you're confused, if you're like which herb does which, sweet herbs attract, bitter herbs repel.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice. So, okay. So, April, we've kind of like gone over some of your soaps. These are like the top sellers. Now, if you go to April's website, which is going to be in the link description, you can then select from a variety of options that she has. She has a bunch of candles as well, which we'll get into in our next episode. But before we end this episode, I wanted to kind of just touch on a few other offerings that April the Genie offers. Like you have like a bunch of like other services, right? Like you do tarot readings, you do
Yes.
like sort of like cleansings, and you do like a lot of energy work as well, right? So just tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so I offer your basic tarot readouts. I can do those with the cards or without. If you prefer without the cards, I do those too. I also do energy readings and energy healing. So typically, let's say a person will get a tarot reading. They don't like the way the cards read. The energy's looking a little off. I do energy healing. So let's change it. I'm all about manifestation. I'm the genie, right? Let's change your reality, um, and I'll help you figure out, okay, what do you want it to look like? And then we do an energy healing session and I help push that energy out, the blockages out so that, you'll start having that manifestation you're looking for.
Okay, so just to, I guess, headline this for our audience. So you do tarot cards, as
Yes.
in you'll do a reading for the
Yeah.
person. So that's one. The second thing is if you have like some issues with, people giving you attitude, you feel like someone's coming out after you, then you can kind of do something about that, right?
Yeah. I do
Right.
the haterade clearing. Like the hater clearing, like I've had a fair amount of experience dealing with haters being, a spiritually inclined person. You do take a lot of heat. And so I've got a lot of experience to offer someone who may be going through that, and I can help you navigate that.
And then you also do this kind of like sort of psychic medium type stuff, right? Like, for example, if you somebody who's watching, you're like, yeah, I just get along with this so and so person, right? Why is it that I get along so well with them? Well, the answer could be that maybe you knew them in an earlier life, maybe they're part of your soul circle, maybe your soulmates, things like that. So you can kind of answer some of those questions, right?
Correct. Yes, I will get with, I call them my spirit squad because I've got more than one guide, but I will get with them and, see what they say. They're accurate. So, over the last 30 years, I've gotten some really solid feedback on, the process. So, uh,
Yeah.
I'll, I'll get with my spirit team and we'll figure out, okay, what are we looking at here?
Awesome. So basically, for those that are watching, the way this works is you have a question, you know, that is that a question that ChatGPT is not going to be able to answer for you. You 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 Venmo April whatever the fee is for the service will kind of all this will be mentioned on April's website, or you can text her. She'll tell you like what the fee is and send the payment along with the question, the very specific question that you have. She will kind of get into a trance, give you that answer relatively immediately. Like, is it immediately? Is it within a few hours,
Yeah.
few minutes? What's the typical time
Yes.
frame?
They're pretty quick response time, depending on the detail of the question, but typically it doesn't really take them a lot of time. For me, getting into alpha state is, maybe, between sessions, I've got to cleanse and clear myself so I keep clear, for the next person. So that part takes maybe about 20 minutes, but I factor that in my schedule.
Got it, got it. Yeah, and just correct me if I'm wrong. So, I mean, I know that your prices are premium, but then price is subjective, obviously. But this is what I heard somewhere. So it's something like $30 a question, right? So you have one question and it's $30, right?
Correct.
Right?
Yeah,
Okay.
because one
So
question, depending
yeah,
on the question, can
right, right,
take a
right.
minute. Does so and so love me? That's loaded and unspecific. That's the one I get the most, like what
Right.
kind of love, right? I'm
Right,
gonna
right.
wanna have you
So
get specific there.
yeah, so she'll obviously kind of like ask you about like something specific before giving you an answer. So this is not one of those she's not one of those like unscrupulous tarot readers that's just leading you on kind of thing and you got to
Yeah.
keep paying. She'll kind of ask some like almost clarifying questions just to make
Mm.
sure you
And
know what you're asking, and then of course she'll of course answer your question whatever you're asking
mhm.
after a payment has been received, and you'll get that answer like immediately. So that's
Now
kind
I
of like how
also
that service works. Yeah.
I also do a type of reading and I give a person a choice. I can do the standard question readout, or, my spirit team's pretty tuned in. Like I've got the ability to read your energy and inadvertently answer your question in reading your energy. So that's, the pricing on that's a little different because it's very extensive readout. But if you really want to, take the challenge there, I can actually do it without knowing your question.
Mm.
Yeah, that one's been pretty cool. Everybody's like, "How do you do that?" I'm like, "Okay, here's the energy I'm reading," and usually, 9 times out of 10, it'll just automatically answer their question reading the energy itself of the
Wow, that
situation.
sounds
Yeah,
super duper mysterious, but also very exciting.
yeah, yeah,
That is amazing. Wow, that is
yeah.
amazing. So, April the Genie, it's been such a pleasure having you on this episode. You've kind of given us a lot to process. There's a whole bunch of different soaps. These are all different aspects of our life that we all need. We all need happiness. We all need a little bit of peace, a little bit of, sanity in our lives, in our hustle. So we can all use a little peace and quiet. So the soap obviously helps you with that. You want happiness, you got like the yellow soap with a whole bunch of crystals on it, in it. You have choices, either the orange soap or the yellow soap, depending on the formula, but it's essentially happiness. And then you have like the money, like the manifestation, which is the blue one, the bling. You want that, then she's got you covered there. And of course, money. Money, 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 money.
Hmm.
So this is the money. So you want money, more money. This is what's gonna help you get there. More money. Right? So, and essentially, April, I think if I assuming I heard you correctly, you use the soap, which is pre-blessed, and then you use it and then you visualize whatever it is that you want while you're using it, right? That's kind of like
Correct.
how you use it.
Correct. And a lot of people do say their own prayer on top of, the blessing. That's totally fine, because it's ultimately going to be your soap. So, if that's a big question I get is, okay, can I pray over it too? Sure. You know, just make sure you're thinking about your manifestation when you're doing that. Hot tip for the night.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So, April, any closing thoughts before we part ways and bring this episode to an end?
Just keep an open mind. There's a lot of uh as I've heard people say in the past, granola bar psychics, fruits, flakes, and nuts, right? Just keep an open mind. I've been doing this 30 years, got a lot of experience, but especially when it comes to manifestation, just got to keep an open mind and, figure out the method that works for you with
Awesome.
my help.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. April the Genie, the real deal, the one that grants all wishes. And so this is the Frugal Mother Clucker podcast where we explore all things frugal. Now, of course, the prices I think are very reasonable here. $30 to get a question answered. These soaps, they're like pretty inexpensive as well. The prices are on the website, so I'm not gonna like misquote it on like what those prices are. And of course, if you buy more, I think you have like a special deal, right? You buy five, you get one free or whatever you have offers like that, right?
Yes.
Similar to that. Okay.
Yeah.
So definitely check out the website. All those details will be on the website and definitely, and just visit there. The offers keep changing based on demand, based on trends, based on the universe, based on the need of the hour. So just stay tuned for that. And stay tuned to this podcast for finding the best deal to make your life better so you can live out your dreams without spending too much for it, whilst also like getting the benefit of having an epic, dope, rich life without paying epic, dope prices, right? Like her client that got the car, just like that, Would you like a car?
Yeah.
Are you sick of
With
your car? Is your
Yeah.
car an embarrassment? Well,
You
if
want
so,
struggle?
yeah, if so, give her a call. She'll hook you up.
Yeah. Are
Okay.
you tired of struggling?
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the point is like this is the real deal. She's super busy, slammed with all her clients. She can like take like maybe one client more this week, maybe depending on when you're watching this episode, but she's like perpetually busy. So it's serious people only. Don't waste her time because
Yes.
otherwise, I mean, not that she's gonna do anything nasty to you. She's not that kind of person, but
I don't do
like
that.
if you're like super flaky, she's not gonna work with you. Okay, she's like slammed as it is, and she works with like only very serious people that are just gonna like no waste of time, pay fast. If you have questions, no problem. Ask many questions as you like. Pay, get the service, and then of course move on with your life. Okay, so that's it from me, your your loyal frugal mother clucker. And I hope you had fun. If you have any questions, let us know in the comments. Let us know what other services you would like us to review, other services, other products, what's going on with your life. Let us know in the comments. And I'll see you all on the next one. Have a pecking good time and smile. Make somebody else smile as well. Okay? I'll see you around. Bye for now.